I am watching. I'm watching a video, but really it's a commercial. It's a 45-minute commercial about secrets of propaganda.com, and this guy is like talking about like he starts out talking about the brother or cousin of Sigmund Freud, and how like he like twisted Freud's ideas in order to like begin marketing and you know, do all this psychological manipulation of blah blah blah, do all this shit, and it's a really interesting advertisement because it's you remember infomercials. Anybody who sees this, you remember infomercials. There's those excellent things that like you would catch on TV back in the day, in like the 90s. Really before the internet was actually really around. I mean, it was around, but it was like the infant internet. It was like the early 90s, maybe the late 80s. You'd have infomercials. This is what this is. It's an infomercial on the internet. It's 40 minutes long. And this guy's just blabbing on about this shit. It's the longest ad I have ever seen. I mean, I've seen 10-minute, 15-minute ads. I think I've even seen a 17-minute ad. This one is 40 minutes. There must be something on YouTube where like over 15 minutes, they just, it's like, yeah, it's just anything over 15 minutes is this price, you know, for the ad. I don't know how they price ads on YouTube. It must be interesting. But yeah, and it's like psychology behind buying. Secrets of propaganda.com. Learn more. Would you like to become the ultimate business douche? Yes, I would. That sounds excellent. Now, I don't know the motive for doing any of this, but the guy's like, oh, and I wanted to learn these skills, so, he's like, I looked into it and like I went to all these presentations. And this is like before 2007, 2008. I went to all these events and I sat in the back and I studied what these guys do and I took notes and blah 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 blah. It's like this guy's like I went to all the Dr. Evils of the world and like I studied under them to be the ultimate supervillain of the world. And it's like, so you're bragging you wanted to be the world's most douchebag? Like, he's like, I can teach you how to be the most Nazi. I am 23 minutes into it now, so I don't know exactly where this is going. This is like, I don't know if I'm going to watch the entire thing. So if it goes in a totally ass different direction, then, whatever. But it's like, this shit is the problem with America. Now, the stuff he's talking about, bought I bought two things a few months ago because I was interested in one. Let me see if okay, see this fucking shit right here. This is a bag of mental pills. I call them mental pills because they're mind pills. They cost, I think they cost $300 because they're supposed to like basically cure Parkinson's, dementia, all that other shit. And I was like, really? Really? Are you sure? I mean, they didn't in the infomercial thing. They didn't explicitly say, they really danced around it a lot. But they were like really going there. So I'm like, all right. But I think, my memory is so bad. My memory is so bad. Plus, I bought it right before I had that occurrence. Call it a mental situation. I don't know how we want to do it. I bought those, and I was like, I hope I'll be able to encounter. The plan was to find someone in Trinity because Trinity is an old people's town. There's a lot of old people here. I was hoping I'd be able to find an old person who'd be like, give these to your old person that has some dementia or something. Let me know how it works. I haven't been successful in that endeavor yet. But I was like, let me see what this does for their brain. If it works, let me know. Otherwise, no. I don't want to know how that works. I'm curious. I used my my bank thing. I got myself out of that $300 debt. Plus, I tried to return it. And they were like, "Are you sure you want to? Are you sure you want to? Are you sure you want to?" And then they were like, "Well, we'll refund you half, and you can keep the pills." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I won't have to deal with any of the hassle." They just gave me half of the money back, and I was like, "No, I really don't believe any of the shit you said." But sure, whatever. I'm lazy. I don't like having to do any of the bullshit, so fuck it, I don't care. Now it kind of like puts me off the hook for having to find anybody to fucking test it because now by doing that they've basically proven that that's basically just poison for my liver. So I pretty much don't have to test it. I know it's bullshit now. If it did any of the things that they were claiming, they wouldn't have done what they wanted, what they did. It's bullshit. And I signed up for some. It was something about like tax liens. It was one of these tax liens thing. And it was informative, but it's one of these things where you kind of need money to get into it enough, and it's kind of more. They'll make it out to seem like, oh, you can get started with like $50. And it's like, technically, you can get started with like 100 or 150 and stuff. You can do it, but practically, in practical terms, it's like trading stocks. Technically, yeah, you can get started with like $100 or $200. Technically, but technically, you can save $100 or $200 in a bank account nowadays. but you're going to earn 0.3% interest. So in practical terms, it means dick. It only really works if you have like $5,000. Then you're still earning dick, but it's like micro dick. So it's, it'll get the job done, but, it works better if you have like $50,000. Then, you can, in a year or two, you can notice it, and then another year or two, you can really notice it. It's one of those things. It's like real investing, and it'll take time and blah 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 blah. So, but that tax lien thing actually did give me some interesting information. Interesting information from a kind of an academic point of view. Just information on how, like, the system of, on how that inner workings of real estate and everything works by me, like watching the presentations and stuff, and it's like, wow, that works like that. You have to do that and that to get to, I had no idea about how this fucking shit works. And I was like, wow, that is really fucked up. Like, it's just like, wow. It just blew my mind about, like, property ownership and what people do, and like just a whole bunch of other stuff. It's just like, wow, people really like people spend a lot of time investing in like empty plots, and I mean, if anyone's curious about it, it's just like, it's mind-boggling how much time and energy people spend on like exchanging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, empty plots, defaulting on those plots, and cities and counties just are like running wild, chickens with their heads cut off, dealing with these plots of, these empty plots that, it's like this. Okay, recently I saw, okay, they talk about Florida a lot. Okay, first of all, let me take a pee. Okay, so with his empty plots, they're all being exchanged in like Florida and wherever, a bunch of states, with these tax liens. So in California, in San Francisco, years back, 5 years, whatever, to deal with the homeless population, San Francisco spent something like $100, $200, $400 million dealing with the homeless population, and it only took a small bite out of the homeless population. So after that thing that I bought, and looking at all those plots of land that never got houses built on them after years and years, now I think, okay, California, you got all these hundreds of millions of dollars. Why don't you just buy up all those empty plots? Mm-hmm. And either build a bunch of homes on them and send the homeless people there, for free. Just do it for free. or buy the empty plots, rezone the land, and build nice, cheap, teeny, big ass housing, and then send the homeless people there. And if not Florida, someplace else, where there are big ass empty lots that are cheap for you to buy up. And then be like, homeless people, we got houses now. It's not here, but we were going to spend $100 million, $200 million. We bought these things nice and cheap over there. It only cost us $2 million to buy the land, and over there, it only cost us $50 million to build these fucking 4 places that house 10,000 people. So there you go. It was a steal. Instead of trying to build them here, they built them over there, and it's for you. It cost us way less, and there they are. Live in them. That's innovation. It's 5,000 people there, and yeah. So there we go. It's a new town. I would hope somebody would find some way for them to live there, but have some, just pull some other shit, but maybe have a grocery store, maybe have something else, but fuck it, deal with that shit too. Who cares? You guys just want them out, you can have some other shit. Oh, they need to be taken care of. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, back to the commercial. Right. By the way, this was in the middle of Sleep Doctor. If you wake up at 3 a.m., do not do this. So yeah, this guy's talking about all this bull crap. Oh, man. It's weird. Teaching people to be a business douche. So yeah, those are the 2 things that I bought. But what I wanted to talk about was he was now where I stopped it was the guy is the guy's like, oh, the 2008 hit, and suddenly there's no more events for him and all of his hucksters to go to and bilk people into buying his programs or whatever. And so 2008 to 2014, now it's 2014, and he's like, we're going to create these things. And then and they get to a point, and then he's like, oh, you did this, the countdown timer. I'm like, oh shit, I remember seeing that in a bunch of the things that when I was clicking on them and watching them. I've seen the countdown timers, and I remember watching one of the countdown timers. I watched a countdown timer go to 0 and then restart at I don't know if it was 30 minutes or 60 minutes, but it went zero and then it restarted. And I was just like, oh shit, I knew it was going to restart. And all these guys are bullshit. And it just reminded me about like all of these things that are like, they're trying to sell you like, when things are trying to sell you like digital, specifically digital things, whether it's like an online game and they're selling you like clothes for your digital character or something. It's people just selling you like we only have only 100 left in stock or only 120 left in stock. Buy now. And I'm just always like, really? You only have that many left? Just, you know, no. All that shit is always bullshit. Because it's just like, only 3 left. Really? 3 of this thing? What do you have, like, do you have like a guy at a forge working on an anvil, like making them ping, ping, ping? Here's one done. The next one's gonna take me 6 months to make. I'm sorry. You only got, there's only 3. Only 1 left. It's the only ultimate weapon. Alright? There's only 1 Ragnarok sword for Cloud. The next one's going to take me 4 years to make. Alright? This is the only one on Earth. Like, who the fuck? Seriously. Like, what the fuck? You're getting people with this. You think the factory only made 120 of these things? Like, what kind of... You think a production line was set up and they're like, well, we're only going to make 63. Really? You set up a whole production line and... Yeah, sure. You're going to make profit on not 10,000 of something? Yeah. No sale. Yeah. I'm not believing that. I'm just not believing it. Not in this American capitalism. No. Sorry. Mm-mm. Sorry, Amazon. Amazon does not buy in quantities of less than 400 billion. So, yeah. I know buy your lie, bitch. You're going to have to tack on like 3 more zeros to that only X number in stock. And, you know, made in America. What's made in America? The bullshit you're spewing? You know what's made in America? Stephen Miller's bald ass head. And Trump's bullshit. That's 100% American made. I can guarantee you that. Anyways, I can't talk anymore about this same. Oh shit. Be right back. Anything happen? This commercial makes me just hate businessmen so much. I mean, I hate businessmen so much. They're the ultimate leeches on human potential in a way that it is undescribable. If you think about the amount of effort put into, like, the amount of human effort put into running around, gotta make money, versus let's make things better for all of us. Christians, whatever religion you are, how can you not see that as the devil in vapor form, vaporware, little evil thing that is non-corporeal? How can you not realize that? I mean, that's the devil. That is really the devil. Now, I'm not really religious, but come on. How is this not blatantly obvious to you? How? How can you not understand it? Are you really that dumb? Are you that blind? I mean, please. Really. There isn't one thing that we can all unite behind. It's that businessmen are universally evil. And, yeah. I don't know. You know, there's a joke about what's 50 lawyers chained up together at the bottom of the ocean. You know, say a good start. I'd say, what's 10,000 businessmen chained together at the bottom of the ocean? I'd say, not even close to a beginning. I mean, please. It's just like, really? It disgusts me every time. All these people, I hear about all these people. I went to college. I got a business degree. Oh, so you got a nothing. That's what you did. You got a nothing. Like, it would be better if you got an art history degree than if you got a business degree, because at least now, if you got an art history degree, you know some history. But with a business degree, you got a nothing. You got a nothing. Business is worthless. 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 You would be better if you got a I know how to shoot people degree. Because then at least you can kill businessmen. Oh, man. If only I could be evil. I don't have it in me. Oh well, whatever. Fucking hate this. This is another thing that I love about these things. These kinds of things. Total value of $30,000. Really? Alright. What if I were to tell you that every video I make, if you watch it, the value of that video is $1 million. Right now, this video, you're getting it for free. The value of it is $1 million. I'm giving it to you for free. It's $1 million. Now that sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? But if I'm selling it to you for $99, but you're getting it. The value of it is really $500. So you're getting it for a $400 plus discount. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. They do this to you with physical objects too. Really? Do you really think they're selling it to you at a loss? Do you really ever think you're ever buying anything at a loss? To anyone that is selling you the thing. It's on clearance. They're still making money off it. Oh, it's a sale. It's this, it's that. You can't afford it. Guys, the guy just right there, like day 1, day 2, day 3. All of them. It's a $30,000 value. Dude, I'm buying something digital. Ones and zeros transmitted over the internet electronically. Do you realize, the person watching this now, that the internet doesn't need to cost anything? They tell you it does need to cost something, but it doesn't need to. Republicans will give you all sorts of reasons why it needs to, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to cost anything. I would like to go through the reasons why it doesn't need to, but trust me, it doesn't need to cost anything. The internet doesn't need to cost anything to the end user. It just needs to, because rich people need to have a steady income, otherwise they would need to do laundry. Maybe. I don't know. They probably still wouldn't have to do laundry. But, they might. they would at least be in fear of possibly having to do laundry. And you can extend this outward. Oh, something new was invented? Make sure it has a cost attached to it. And remember when you object to a lot of things I say, just remember that a lot of dairy farmers, almost all of them, are throwing away milk. Most grocery stores throw away a lot of their produce. A lot of shit, a lot of food, a lot of non-processed food just gets thrown away. I think the produce section in grocery stores should basically be just free. It should basically be, especially in America, it should basically be like just labeled free stuff. Just like free stuff. Not only because a lot of people just don't go there and to get stuff. I know I really don't, but basically because if you go to the produce area, it's like it should be free and like, dude, do I really have to do extra work? Like, I have to do extra work when I buy produce. Almost every produce other than like bananas, I have to do my own fucking extra work for that. Like canned and like boxed processed stuff, like I can just eat it out of the box. Like that I'm willing to pay for. But like cucumbers and peppers and all that other stuff, like I have to pay for it and like I have to bring it home and like chop it up and stuff. Like, no, I shouldn't have to pay for that. No. That should be like the grocery store and like taxes and all these other things. That should be what pays for it. No, my work is what pays for that shit. That shit should just be free to me. Like the farmer did all the work, like growing it and stuff. Like all our collective work is what pays for that. Like I shouldn't have to like fork over cash to pay for that in addition to all that shit. Like no. That's just I just get that. Like I'm just taking that stuff. Like not me personally, because you know I don't work anymore. I'm speaking for you, the American consumer that doesn't have enough money for food. Rich people, yeah, you got to pay for it. And that's another thing. Billionaires, I think you should have to pay $200,000 for a green bell pepper. One green bell pepper. And I hope the person that you send out to do your shopping, I hope they go to the liquor section of the store and buy like 3 bottles of vodka for themselves. And be like, they ring up the groceries and then they ring up the liquor separately. And then they give you the receipt for the groceries. And they're like, there you go. See, I bought your groceries. There's the receipt. Meanwhile, the 3 bottles of vodka are just sitting in the car. And when they go home, they're like, there's my vodka. There's the taxes you pay, bitch. I get 3 bottles of vodka a day for picking up your groceries, bitch. You don't even know about it. And they're good vodka, too. They're not bottom shelf. And people at the grocery store are like, wow, they drink a lot. Like, yes, they do. Mrs. Danvers has a wee bit of a drinking problem, doesn't she? Like, oh, you wouldn't even believe. But you didn't hear it from this guy. Oh my God, the guy is just like, he rattled off all these extra things that he got for it, and he's like, it's a total value of $52,000. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sell to you for $52,000. Mm. My normal tickets are $997. But right now, I'm not even going to charge you $997. The entry to the webinar is $99. So the value of this is $52,000. But if you click now with the limited seats, you get your seat for $100. All right. I'm going to sell you this new Tesla. For the low price. It normally costs $80,000, but because it's you and I like you, it's normally $80,000. But because it's you and I like you and I trust you and you're my guy, I'm going to give it to you with a low premium price of $800. If you're not an idiot, what do you say to that? If it's purely hypothetical and someone's like, the Tesla is totally fine, it's perfect, it's pristine, in a hypothetical situation, given that condition, it's a pristine, perfect Tesla, of course you take it. In the real world, though, you go, what the fuck is wrong with that Tesla? It has a bomb in it, doesn't it? It's not a Tesla. It's something that looks like a Tesla but is made out of cardboard and painted silver or some shit, right? That's what you're selling me. Right? You know you're getting hosed. Right? I mean, if the guy was like, I'll give it to you at a low price of $65,000, you would say, let me test drive it or something like that. And you say, well, let me test drive it, and blah, 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 blah. And you might be able to make the sale. 40,000, you still might be able to be skeptical of shit. But $800, $800? Are you fucking kidding me? Go down to 1% of the cost. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what I'm talking about with these things. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Wow. And the reason he wants to sell it for $100 is because he knows it's got to be, it's got to be, it's got to cost just enough for everybody to go, well, it's only $100. I mean, it's $100. It's kind of expensive, but on the other hand, it's only $100. I mean, maybe it's worth looking into. It's $100. It's not that much time. A lot of those things are money back guarantee. You usually have to like do a lot of talking and dicking around. Yeah, why the fuck not? See? Remind you of fucking anything? I mean, I like never bought any of these things before. But I wanted to because I was really curious. Like, it's like, yeah, why not? Let's fucking see. It's like, you got to do stuff like that, but occasionally, just to be like, because you're curious. And you can't live your entire life without proof. You need to be like, you need to have proof. You can't just read the Bible. You have to open the door and see the priest fucking the kid and then be like, oh, it is bullshit. Now I get it. Sorry, Christians. I gotta offend everybody. Alright, let's try to finish this fucking commercial. Jeez. I'm going longer than the actual commercial, by the way. And the guy has kind of an annoying voice, too. I mean, just an annoying voice. It's like, I don't have any teeth. So, it's like, So, my voice sounds fucked up because of that. So I have an excuse. But some people's voice is just like, why is your voice bleh? And like those girls are like, and I just that, I just want to like get a waiver from like the female community to punch those girls. He was like, totally, Okay, I can't do this anymore. This one has to end. It's 50 minutes. 50 bloody minutes. So yeah, that guy's bullshit ended. Tax rich people, kneecap rich people. Cure the plague of humanity, which is Republicans, conservatives, and businessmen. Everybody needs more boobs in their life.